So it's my day off. I have a couple things I need to do business-wise, but also have some things that I need to do personal-wise. I've already gotten up, walked the dogs, my usual morning routine. I did my KPI numbers for my regular job. And now I need to take my car to get an oil change because, you know, it's freezing outside. The snow is ridiculous. It's going to take forever to melt. And of course, my sensor decided to say oil change because anything with your car is always kind of like potentially the worst time. But it's okay. I was able to get in at the shop next door. I've never been there before. They sounded nice on the phone. Hopefully it won't be too expensive. And they have a shuttle, so they'll drive me back home so I don't have to walk down the road in the snow and in the cold. Aside from oil change, because they said it might be the end of the day when I get my car back, I need to go to the beauty supply store because I do want to blow out my hair today and put some clip-ins in. Ready to take the wig off and just do my hair with a mix. I'm hoping to get to my studio so I can wax my underarms and do my Brazilian. Valentine's Day is coming. Gotta get that done. I'm taking care of everyone else. I kind of needed to do me as well. What else? If I can, run to Ulta and Sephora. You know, certain things I need use come from Sephora, and then other things they only have at Ulta. That's I guess the trick of the trade, to make sure you shop at both. But hopefully I can get all this stuff done. I'm not gonna put any pressure on myself. The only thing I'm like, have to do is oil change because we can't play with the car. I have to drive back and forth places. If I can't make it to the studio today, we'll have to do it on Sunday or Monday. Maybe we should do a Sunday, Monday. I keep trying not to talk myself out of doing my Brazilian. All right, so I didn't get any footage because it was literally a 3-minute drive from my house. I went in, the guy recognized my voice that I spoke to on the phone. He went and got the shuttle guy. The guy pulled up and dropped me off, so I'm back home. I think that was less than 10 minutes, 3 minutes there, 3 minutes back. So I didn't get any footage of the drop off or anything. I'm gonna try and go to the gym. I'm gonna get changed and go now. I'm only worried because we had that big snowstorm like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and I slipped and fell while walking the dogs and sprained my ankle. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to be okay while I exercise today, but my ankle is very weak. It does hurt to put pressure on it, to bend down, to squat, all of that. It actually still hurts. So we'll see what I can do. Maybe we should just push it, but I don't want to push it too much, and then I stretch out the amount of time that I'm walking around on a sprained ankle because it's annoying wearing a brace to work because I stand all day, I'm walking, I'm pivoting, but we'll see what we can do. And might I say, my brow tint looks pretty good. I did it last night and it looks really good. Shout out to Stuck Tint. So recently I got rid of my membership at the gym that I was using in town because it was too far away. I realized I was convincing myself not to go because it was so far away. It wasn't in the town I live in. It was like 4 towns over, and I just didn't want to do the drive. So I decided to use the gym in the neighborhood that I'm, in, because why not just use my own amenities instead of putting money into a gym I'm not going to go to. I already pay to have the amenities. I might as well use them. So guys, use your amenities. The best thing about being off on a weekday is that everyone's at work. So that means I got the whole entire gym to myself, which was wonderful. I love being in there alone. I can connect to the TV or the speakers and play what I want to play as loud as I want to play it and work out instead of having to wear my headphones and work out. I can sing while I'm on the treadmill and do everything I want to do and just be sweaty and ugly in peace by myself. I realized I didn't even get the full footage of me working out. I got so caught up in pushing my workout that I wasn't even thinking about the camera. I did spend about 2 hours in the gym. It was actually a really good workout. Not a bad start to starting back over. Okay, finished my workout. I went a little bit longer than I was planning, but it was a good workout. It's my first day back in the gym after a while. Got to improve my form and stamina. 1 second. As you can see, it's freezing outside, kind of gloomy. I think the only brightness we're getting is from the snow. While I'm out, because once I go in, I'm not going to want to come back out, I am going to run to the beauty supply store. I'm going to run to the beauty supply store while I'm out because I might go in and be in for a while. Once I come back home, I'm gonna go ahead and shower and wash my hair, hence rushing to go to the gym. And instead of going straight home and showering, I figured I'm already out, let me run to the beauty supply store and then I can come home, take a shower and wash my hair and do all that in one go. When my husband and I first moved to Pennsylvania, one of the hardest things, you know, as a woman, you realize it's really hard to find your go-tos again. So things like who's going to do your nails, who's going to do your hair, who's doing your brows. Thankfully I can do my own brows. You know, things like that. One of the things I never considered was a beauty supply store. Finding a beauty supply store that I could shop at. Now, yes, the town we first moved to had beauty supply stores, but they were Sally's. Sally's doesn't really have anything that I want in it. I'm sure it's useful for some people. It's just not for me. I was looking for more like, you know, maybe like a black-owned beauty supply store or a Korean-owned beauty supply store. Out here, usually the Korean people tend to run the beauty supply stores. But not a Sally's, not a Cosmoprof. So I would have to drive about 45 minutes to a beauty supply store. Like, that was the closest store where I could get hair products and things that I needed for my hair type. In the last year, we have moved from that town to a different town. Not far, but just moving to that town put us closer to a beauty supply store, which, you know, comes in handy. Now I only have to drive like 20 minutes to get to the beauty supply store, which is awesome. So I'm going to the town over so that I can get some hair products because I have none. Like, I have grease, but it's not what I'm looking for to blow my hair out. So I need to get some hair products and pick up something that my husband requested for me to buy at the beauty supply store. So yeah, this is my trip to the beauty supply. Made it to the beauty supply store. I always end up spending way too much time in here. I actually really enjoy this store and the people actually are really nice in this place.
Let's get started.
All right, I'm done at the beauty supply store. I was in there a lot longer than I planned on being in there. It's a pretty big store. And then I got in and kind of got lost in picking up things that I don't need, but I'm done. Spent $75, more than I was gonna spend, but also reasonable. I'm gonna stop at Starbucks and grab some coffee for my husband and then head home. I'm ready to take a shower. I'm really ready to take a shower now. Okay, I got the two little things I needed out of, surprisingly, Sally's. They didn't have what I really wanted, but they had okay, we can settle for this product. I am now going to head to Dunkin' to get Dennis his coffee. I was gonna, you know, be nice and get it from Starbucks, but he's okay with Dunkin'. So I'm gonna get Dunkin' because I don't feel like backtracking, and then go home because I'm really ready to take a shower. Like, absolutely ready to take a shower. It's been too long, I feel like, since I left the gym. I mean, it's only been an hour, but that just feels like too long to not have showered after going to the gym. I'm also kind of ready for a nap, but I need to straighten my hair because according to what my husband said yesterday, tonight is date night. So I need my hair to be done for date night. I'm thinking that I'm going to also possibly dermaplane my face today. I have been trying to give my skin a break because I used a product that was way too strong on my face and it completely compromised my skin barrier, and so I suffered through it for about 3 weeks while my skin was trying to, like, you know, turn over and heal itself, and we're at a pretty good point now. It's not absolutely perfect to what it usually is, and it's driving me insane, especially as an esthetician. Not having my skin be what I want it to be does annoy me, but I'm human, it happens. I'm definitely gonna, you know, film a little video just kind of walking through what I've been going through with my skin and prenatal vitamins and how they've kind of affected my skin, and, you know, trying to reset my hormones. But I'm thinking maybe I'll dermaplane my face. I just feel like when you have, I'm already a hairy girl, and I have PCOS on top of that, so that's just more hair. And then I think maybe the prenatals or the inositol, I don't know, the folate, something that I'm taking is increasing the hair growth more. And so what was originally, you know, more hair than normal, but not that bad, has definitely grown in a lot more. My sideburns have been a point of contention for me my entire life. Even as, you know, in middle school, the boys would make fun of how thick my sideburns were, and, you know, that bothered me. And so I do dermaplane my face and remove my sideburns. At least, like, not up here, but like down here, and they grow in, and it just casts like a shadow on my face. And it just looks like hyperpigmentation when it's just hair and peach fuzz. So I do plan to remove it. And I think, why not? It's date night, why not? I was trying to hold off and do all these things during Valentine's Day, but I can do them now, why not? And then if it grows back, we just remove it again. I did do my brows because I was feeling so sad and so frumpy and ugly, and I'm like, I'm kind of depressed. Why do I feel so ugly? And I just had to remember, you're not ugly, you need to do your brows. That's always the thing. You're not ugly, do your brows. So last night I waxed them and tinted them. They grew in so much because, like I said, I was healing my skin and letting it turn over and do its thing. Well, that meant I couldn't wax anything, not my chin, not my lip, not my brows. And so last night I couldn't take it anymore. And while I was waiting for my client to show up, I just went ahead and waxed my brows and tinted them. I'm trying out a new tint for my business, so I figured before I use it on anyone else, let's use it on myself, and I absolutely love it. It looks great. I love that it actually kind of stains the skin and not just the hair, because the issue was that I have no tails, and now, you know, I can tint and it can stain, and now my brows still look fuller without, you know, looking overly crazy. Hi, can I get a large iced coffee with coffee milk? That is all. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. One of the best things about working in the beauty industry, besides loving what you do and getting to meet awesome clients, is cash tips. Love cash tips because it feels like free money. So a lot of times I use cash to pay for, like, you know, a lot of things, especially small things like coffee and Starbucks, unless I already have it like loaded into my Starbucks card. I like to use the cash because it feels like free money. Then I feel like I didn't spend my own money on something versus using my debit card. Now I can head home and take my shower. So I finally got to take my shower after waiting all this time, and it was so refreshing. I also washed my hair while I was in there so that I could go ahead and do my silk press. The plan is to straighten my hair and put some clip-ins in. I know I'm gonna need my ends cut. It's been a while since I had my ends cut. My coworker is gonna cut them for me because she is a cosmetologist, so she'll do that for me tomorrow. But for tonight, I am just gonna go ahead and straighten it. Also, these pajamas I'm wearing, they are so comfortable. My mother-in-law got them for me for Christmas from Costco, and I'm obsessed. The material is so nice. hair is blown out. I had to stop for a moment, and thankfully I finished all the sections. I had to run and pick up my car from the shop. They called and said it was ready. And I didn't want to wait too long because they were closing and I didn't want to miss them because I do have to go to work tomorrow. Also, it's snowing, so the weather didn't even say it was going to snow. So it's like, let me go get that now before it gets worse. Pretty soon I'm going to go walk the boys because I don't want to get caught in the weather before it gets too bad and then they don't want to poop outside. And then also I need to just now run the flat iron through it. My husband's in the shower, so now I'm about to let the bathroom air out a little bit because you know, steam and this hair texture do not match when you straighten it. Gotta stop and walk the dogs. You know they don't care what you got going on. They're ready to eat when they're ready to eat. I did finish my hair. I did go ahead and curl it since my ends need to be clipped and we are going out to eat, so I needed to look okay. So I actually wanted to go to Fogo, but they were super busy, so we went to a different Brazilian steakhouse in the area. And I gotta say, I like them more. Yes, please. Medium rare. Thank you. I didn't film anything else from the restaurant. We enjoyed dinner. I ate too fast and I'm stuffed. So I'm in the bed for the night. I'm exhausted. I don't know. I didn't do any of the... Did that make you yawn too? I didn't do any of the business stuff that I needed to do today, but I did my hair, my car got fixed. I did the beauty supply store run. I did the gym, walked the dogs this morning and in the afternoon, this evening. And my husband and I did go out to dinner. I'm home. I've done my bedtime routine. I didn't film anything because I'm so tired. It's like 9 o'clock. I'm probably going to sleep. And I never go to sleep this early. I usually go to sleep like between 11:30 and 1 o'clock. But I have work tomorrow morning. I have to get up at 7:30. So I'm going to take it down now because I have a very busy day tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. You can also find me on Instagram at @esh_aesthetics and TikTok at Hi Danny.